Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the second session. Today we are going to learn about second element of NEBOSH IG. I'll just turn off my video and I will start sharing my screen. And here we are in our second element. And you can see my screen. Management of International Health and Safety. Element 2 is Health and Safety Management System. So today we will read, learn, and understand about policy. The learning outcomes after completing this element or this chapter will be outline the key elements of health and safety management system. What are the key elements of health and safety management system, and what is the role and the purpose, objectives of setting health and safety policy in the organization? And then we will be able to describe the key features and appropriate content of an effective health and safety policy. After this element, you will be able to explain what is the purpose, why we need to develop policy, what will be the key content of the policy. So first we will discuss about key elements of health and safety management system. Key elements here. ILO, International Labour Organization, OSH 2001 Safety and Health Management System describes a PDCA cycle. P for plan, D for do, C for check, A for act. Plan, do, check, act, plan. What you are going to do, then implement your ideas, check. Then third step is to check either the ideas or the procedure or the plan which we have implemented is effective or no, it's working well or no. And then act. After identifying or after analyzing the implemented plan, we need to act accordingly if improvement required or some changing required, or what are the required changes to make it more effective or beneficial. So that is known as PDCA cycle: plan, do, check, act. Here is a safety management system. It starts from policy. These are the key elements. Policy, then it's go to the organizing. In the policy, organizations, employers, they set targets, they set objectives, they set out the purpose. What is our purpose? What we are going to do? And then they organize how it will happen. Who is responsible to do that? Who will allocate the resources? Who will take the responsibilities of all these tasks? And the third step is planning and implementing. Here, it's being planned that how it will be implemented. What will be the methodology to implement? What will be the methodology to obtain or to achieve the targets and objectives of policy? The third is evaluation. Then this is very important. Evaluation. Then we have to evaluate. Is the policy or the procedure which we have set in the management system, is it effective or no? Then action for improvement. If it's working perfectly and we find that there are some improvement opportunities which we can improve, or maybe we are not getting adequate result as per the set objectives or set policy, then we need to adopt other measures. So evaluation is a combination of inspections, surveys, incident record, accident records, health screening records, and the audits. So that is a part of evaluation. All these things we are doing to identify the benefits or the effectiveness of the plan and procedure. So this is a chart, simple, but it's very important for the practical point of view. Key elements of OHS. Here are the key elements which we just discussed in the chart: policy, organizing, planning, evaluation, action for improvement, audit. The system should be developed over time to time, ensure continual improvement. In this system, in the OHS management system, it's a live document. It needs to be updated regularly to get the desired result and to achieve the set targets and goals. So what is policy? No, just we will go briefly in these elements. Policy is the first. Clear statement of commitment to health and safety. In the health and safety policy, the management describes their targets, their purpose, their achieve, what they want to achieve, how, who will be the one who is doing this, how to achieve allocation of resources, roles and responsibilities in deep, like in generic shape, they describe their roles and responsibilities and the main targets and objectives. What is the purpose? So mostly, if you have ever seen the OHS policy, I will share with you one policy of my organization. What is the policy document? How it looks like? It's like a one-page document, but it's signed by the senior most management or the executive directors to put more influence, to be more practically possible for the workers. Because when a document is signed by the senior most employer of the organization, or even by the employer or the managing director, so it shows the importance. The second is organizing roles and responsibilities all at all levels. Yeah, the second part of the OHS management system is organizing, like how to achieve this one. For the achievement, what we need? We need safety professional, we need quality professional, we need civil engineers, we need mechanical engineers, whatever the requirement, who will do the part. We need legal experts as well. So this organizing is on all levels, like the top management, they have roles, then the senior management, then the middle management, then the on floor or the site management or workplace management. Then the third is planning and implementing. Here, detailed arrangements to manage health and safety, risk assessments, plans, procedures, emergency plan, evacuation plan, waste management plan, confined space plan, work at height plan. All these things are coming in planning and implementation. Evaluation methods to monitor and review the effectiveness of the arrangements. Yeah, this is very, very important. How to evaluate, how to check is the plan and procedures are effective or not. That phase known as evaluation. Then action for improvement, I already explained the steps we are taking or the organization is taking to improve the system. Audit is independent and critical evaluation. Audit is an independent and critical systematic review and evaluation of the management system, that how the organization is working. So what are the key elements? We have just discussed about the key elements. So go through this one, check it out, read them. It's interesting and easy. So I believe all of you will be good in this one. So health and safety policy. Now we will discuss the policy in very detail. It's an important document, the foundation stone for good health and safety management system in an organization. Yeah, it's very important and it's a legal document. It need to be complied by the organizations. If organization fail to comply with health and safety policy, they are committing non-conformity and they are getting some sort of punishment, fine, or other disciplinary actions. So set out the organization's aim in there are the aim and objectives and targets of the organization, and it identifies who is responsible for achieving the aims, states how the aims are to be achieved, like organizing and planning, specific to each organization's requirement. Yes, this is a valid point. For every organization, the policy is different. The reason every organization, they have different type of work, the scope of work is different, nature of work is different, area is different, legal requirement is different, the level of the organization is different, the competency of the employees is different, and the management commitment is different. Everyone is not same committed to health and safety. Like if we are a company of 10 people, 10 people are in the board of directors, everyone not same committed to health and safety. Maybe one is committed 100%, but the second one maybe 25% only. So there are many things which are being happening in health and safety policy. That's why we cannot have one generic policy for each organization. Every organization have to develop its own. Why might the health and safety policy of two organizations be different? I just explained why it's different. Let's see. Why have the written policy? The policy need to be written because it's a legal requirement, and ILO OSI 2001, OSAS 18001 required from the organizations that a health and safety policy should be written. The reason, when it's written, it's easy to communicate, it's fixed, it's not changeable, it's like it become a legal document and it can be displayed on the notice board. And other things, the same communication will be go to everyone. Suppose we are a group of 25 people. I am the one who developed health and safety policy, and I communicate to number second. When he communicate to third, may he increase something from his own, or maybe he reduce something, but I deliver to him because there is no record. There is no record of communication. There is no way of communication. But if it's written, it is well, perfect manners, and it can be published, placed everywhere in the notice boards, in the site offices, in the workplace, so that everyone can read and same communication will be delivered to the other persons. And continuous improvement is required. And when it's written, we have the chance to improve it continually. Okay, how to improve it continually? Like after 6 months of the developing the policy, there is a major incident happened, or there is a major change came in the legal requirement. So what the organization will do, there is a document protocol, they will follow the same protocol and they will update the policy. They will incorporate the new requirements from the government, from the authorities, and again they will communicate the OHS policy with everyone. So this is a way, or this is why how it need to be written. Why an organization's policy so important? The main reason, it shows the commitment of the management towards health and safety, and it shows the aims, the targets, the purpose of the organization. Who might, why might two organizations doing similar work have different policies? Yeah, that is the point which I discussed, that because the management commitment, their level of competency, their level of work, maybe two organizations having same work. You can have the examples in the workplace, in the daily life, like I'm working in a company X and the company Y is also working on the same program, same project, but the policies are different. Why? Maybe the management of company X is more committed to health and safety. Maybe they have more resources of health and safety. That's why they are achieving more and they are having a different policy than organization Y. So element 2.3, key features and content of health and safety. What are the key features and what are the main content of health and safety? Like what must be there in the health and safety policy? Health and safety policy is found in three parts. One, statement of intent. Second, organization. Third is arrangements. We discuss our statement is a statement of intent means what is going to be done, what we are going to achieve, what we are going to obtain, what is our purpose to developing this policy. Organization, who is going to do, allocation of roles and responsibilities, how to be done, how it is coming in arrangement section, like how they are going to do it, who will do it, how they will do it, what are the required resources, who will provide the resources. All these things are coming in the arrangement section. We have discussed it like 3-4 times today. Statement of intent, purpose, aim, objective. Organization, who is going to do it, like the set of employees, top managers, senior managers, directors, legal team, HSE representative, and then arrangements, how they are going to do. Here, they will assign sub responsibilities. Like in the legal section, the head of the legal department, he will take data from legal authorities, from the websites, from the communications, from the contractual documents, and he will deliver the data to the junior management or his subordinates, and he will assign them, okay, write for me a set of rules and standards which we need to do in our health and safety policy. So that is the arrangement section. General statement of intent, setting overall aims and objectives, complying with law, achieving the standards, remind workers at all levels of their responsibilities. Yeah, this is also a purpose of OHS policy, that it reminds the workers that you all are responsible to take care of health and safety. And then it must be signed and dated by the most senior person. As I discussed, it must be signed by the top management or the managing director, general managers, or by the employers, so that it will be more influential and it will put more impact. Regular review required to update it. Targets may be included in the statement of intent to show commitment to improvement. Yeah, that's what we discussed, that it shows the targets, aims, and objectives. So what will be the typical targets? The typical targets is achieving the project or achieving the year's time frame with zero injuries, with zero LTI, with less first aid cases, without sickness, without fines and payment, achieving or completing the project without authorities fine or any other disciplinary action. So these are the objectives and targets like this. Okay. So here, organizations section. Here is a blank chart. It starts from the managing director, the owner or the employer or the representative of the owner. Okay. And then he have number of team directors. Managing director is the one who hired the directors, and directors have the responsibility to perform the job. So Under the directors, the health and safety advisor or the manager or the supervisor, they are coming under the directors, board of directors or the senior directors. Then from health and safety team, the load or the work and the responsibilities are shifted to managers. Then everyone have to take care of his own work. From the employer, he give guidelines in HSE policy to the directors. Directors communicate with health and safety advisors, and health and safety advisors are the one who are implementing, arranging, and managing the health and safety in the workplace with the help of managers. These managers are known as workplace managers, project managers, or the middle managers. And from the middle managers, communication is sent collectively to supervisors, and then it go direct to the blue collar workers. So organization section, the second point. First, we discuss the statement of intent of the policy. The second part is organization section. In organization section, what is required? Outline the chain of command for health and safety management, as we discussed, from the director or from the employer to the directors, then safety supervisors or the safety manager, then managers, supervisors, and going to the workers. Also, the organization section identifies the roles and responsibilities of the staff, usually includes an organization chart relating to health and safety, shows line of communication. Here you can see a chart, a black chief executive officer, the top guy of the organization, then health and safety director, communication from chief executive to HSE director, then from him it goes to health and safety manager. Then from him, it goes to the sites, to the projects, to other staff, health and safety management committee, safety supervisors, advisors, etc. So every organization have different chart. In some organizations, there is no director. And in some organizations, there are multiple directors, like directors for health and safety, then associate directors or regional director, global director, country director. So it differs from company to company as per their nature of work, size of the organization, and as per their OHS policy. So in organization here, that CEO or MD, he is the one who is ultimately responsible and accountable for management, health and safety. So the management is responsible for day-to-day arrangements. All employees are responsible for acting safely. Competent persons, first aiders, fire marshals, they are responsible to provide the immediate first aid and rescue arrangements. Specialist health and safety practitioner like we peoples, we are responsible for providing advice to the management like how to comply with the legal requirements. The third one is arrangement section. Describe how the things are done. Detailed description of policies and plans. Usually a long document, often separate from both policy documents, unique to each organization. Yeah, arrangement section is different with, because the policy is different of every organization. So this section is also different. It mostly concerned with the implementation of the OHS policy on the workplace. So this is the arrangement section. Carrying out risk assessment. Who will do the risk assessment? How it will be done? Information, instruction, and training. The training department by HSE and the civil team. Compliance monitoring and including auditing, audit department, the monitoring team. Accident and near miss reporting, recording, and investigation. Consultation with the worker, like discussing with the workers that we have provided you these tools and equipments for work in safe manners. Is this okay with you guys or no? We need to take their feedback if there is some lacks or loopholes. Then developing safe system of work, the methodology of the work, how to perform the task on the site, in the workplace, welfare and first aid provisions, fire safety and prevention, emergency procedures. These are some examples, but there are a lot of work, lot of documents and things which are being happened in the projects to complete the task. And this all coming under the arrangement section. So individual activity, this is the activity which you guys have to do by your own. Can you think of any other specific health and safety hazards? Write down as many as you can think of which you believe should be included in the arrangement section. These are the section hazards or items which need to be in the arrangement section. So you can suggest anything else than that. Okay, arrangement section. Then reviewing the policy. Why we need to review the health and safety policy? The first thing, it's a legal requirement to review the policy yearly basis. Every year have to review. Okay. And if there is a change in the key management, like project manager, project directors are changed, terminated, new team came, need to change the review the HSE policy. The management structure is the same. Ownership. If the ownership of the company of the organization is changed, like the whole company is handed over to some other company or company merged to other company, the policy need to be revised. Technology. If there is a major change in technology, for example, before the people are using and they are putting the material in the shelves or they are taking material to the second floor manually or by a lift, but then company provided them a conveyor, a chain lift, or an other modern technique, modern technology. So need to review the policy because the risk associated with manual handling and the hazards associated with the chain or the lift or the conveyor are different. So legislation, if there is a change in legislation, for example, I'll give you a very simple example. The program where I am working, we have a 5-point PP standard. Everybody have to wear 5-point PP. It starts from the safety helmet, eye protection, hand protection, visibility vest, and safety shoes. Sorry. Okay. So once COVID came, we have addition in the PPs. It becomes 6-point PP. There is a change in legislation. Government impose face mask on everyone. We have to wear the face mask. So it's a change in legislation. After such things, we need to review the health and safety policy. If there are more incidents happening in the workplace, need to review. If there is any enforcement action or disciplinary action taken by the organization or relevant authorities, we need to review the policy. After the audit, okay, the audit was conducted by a third party and they found many non-conformances and they found many non-conformities. They found out that there are many procedures which are missing in the workplace. No plan and procedures are available, then it needs to be reviewed. After worker consultation, passage of time annually, as I mentioned, periodical review need to review every year. So these are the reasons why OHS policy need to be reviewed. Okay, then international standards for policy. Article 14 of recommendation 164. It requires employer to set down in written and it requires employers to set down in written and arrangement for health and safety management, where circumstances warrant it in a readily understood language or medium. Yeah, health and safety policy must not having some jargons or some difficult terms or abbreviations. It will be clear, it should be written, and it should be easily understandable language. Like if I am living in Pakistan, so the health and safety policy is supposed to be in my language, in the national language. If you are living in Syria, where the most of the peoples are working, the Arabic peoples, so it's more better if it's written in Arabic. Yeah, it can be translated in different languages, but if the level of understanding of the peoples, they are not aware about English, they are not aware about Arabic, so it must be in their own language. So this is the international standard. What are the 3 key parts of health and safety policy? We discuss in detail. First, statement of intent, then organization, and then the arrangement section. Okay, what type of targets might be referenced in the policy and where? Yeah, what type of the targets? Targets, I explained to you, zero injuries, zero LTI, less first aid cases, no enforcement action should be taken. These are the targets which we have in the OHS policy. And so guys, this is our element 2, which we finished quickly because it's very interesting and very easy. Anybody have any question? You know, when you are not asking
No, sir, thank you.
when you are not asking any question, I am feeling that maybe it's all understood or maybe you didn't understand anything. So it's confusing. Again, guys, have any question, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions.